Hi guys, NCWQ here, and good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing like a two-part video today. First, we're going to talk about Lake Mead. There was an interesting discovery that was just made, and it's about what was found due to the low levels of water as they continue to drop. Scientists have found volcanic ash from 12 million years ago. Very interesting. They stated that Lake Mead's water level continues to drop, and scientists at UNLV have discovered sedimentary rocks laced with volcanic ash that hasn't been visible since the 30s. The combination of climate change, fuel drought, and water overuse has caused Lake Mead's levels to drop to record lows, exposing sunken boats, warships, and even human remains. The study was conducted on the exposed rocks and revealed many of the discovered deposits contained ash from volcanoes as far away as Idaho, Wyoming, and California. That's a long distance. They also determined that the collected ash rained down on southern Nevada nearly 12 million years ago. They said that ash from even moderately explosive eruptions can travel hundreds of miles from the source, blanketing entire areas from anywhere from a centimeter to several meters of the heavy material. These researchers found evidence of several volcanic blasts millions of years ago from places like Snake River, Plain, Yellowstone area, and southwest Nevada volcanic field, and ancestral cascades, which includes Mount St. Helens. The most recent ash discovered among the deposit was from an eruption only 32,000 years ago. They say that it poses potential risks because even a couple of millimeters of ash, especially when wet, can become incredibly heavy and take down power and telecommunication lines as well as block roadways. Although the Las Vegas Valley is currently very far away from any volcanoes, we can and will have ash from these volcanoes fall over southern Nevada in the future. UNLV's team is studying the ash layers to help determine how often the Las Vegas area has been inundated with ash over time and may help prepare for future events. And that's from volcanoes that are far from that area. They say that studying the past can help you plan for the future. The ash layers that they are studying from the volcanoes are long extinct. However, studying them is helping them to determine just how the Las Vegas area has been inundated with ash over time and may help prepare for future events. Okay, so this is Lake Mead here. Know if we have any views in this area. We might, I don't know. I'm looking for a good area to go look. Oh look, I think there's a little dot right there. Okay, so maybe, I don't know. No, that's not what I was looking for. Okay, let's see. My little Google Earth will land on just about anything. Okay, let's see here. Let's try this again. Come on. Okay. There is thingies over here. There we go. Here's a good picture of Lake Mead. Actually, this picture looks like when it had water. And the date on this one is 2019. So, of course, there was a lot of water at this time. So, that was interesting. So the difference is, if you look, Yellowstone is up in here, and of course you have Nevada over in here. You have several different volcanoes here, and volcanoes here too. Alrighty, so what we're going to look at now is earthquakes that have occurred today. So let's see what we have. I've just sort of been peeking through. So go to page 4 here. Ionian Sea 2.1. Looking for bigger ones. I do know that there was a 5.1 in Cook Strait, New Zealand. I believe that was last night. It's a 4.9 in PNG, New Britain region. 4.5 in Indonesia. 4.0 offshore El Salvador. 4.0 Dominican Republic. I'm going to make this bigger because I'm going to go look at the Oregon live map in a minute and see if we missed anything for today. Okay, Costa Rica. Okay, 1. You can see Yellowstone's still having earthquakes. They had a 2.9. Hawaii's still having some earthquakes. .1 Cook Strait, New Zealand. We'll go take a peek where that one is. That looks like the biggest earthquake for today so far. Let me get this off of here. Yep, this is in the Cook Strait region. This looks like where that other quake happened just, what, 2 weeks ago. It was around in this area as well. And I believe they just had one up here in this area too. So probably going to be looking for one around here and maybe one around this area. Who knows? Okay. Oaxaca had a 4.0. That was off the coast. Oklahoma had a 2.7. Iceland still having earthquakes. They had a 3.3. Okay, let's look at Oregon live earthquake map. See if we got anything for today. Today is the 13th, so that's from the 11th. Those two look like the same ones from the other day. Those are the 11th. That one's the 11th, so I don't see anything new for Oregon. It's the 11th. 11th. 12th, they had a 0.9 in Washington State, and that was yesterday. I'm sure if I pull them up, they'll say they were explosions. This one was a 0.6. I'm curious. No, it wasn't an explosion, but it was in Prosser, Washington. Okay, and it was 3.9 kilometers deep. Curiosity. Let's go look at this. Even if it was a 0.9, it was still an earthquake. I know, it's a teeny tiny little earthquake. But hey, you know what? If you lived under it, lived on top of it, you might have felt it. Interesting area. Looks like a field. Yeah, there's a field. And these here, this is the fault zones up here. So these blue things are the faults. So let's see. You got another fault down here. This fault is Columbia Hills Fault Zone. This one here is Horse Heaven Hills Fault Zone. So I think this is all of that one. So this earthquake is sitting between, or in the middle of all these fault zones here. And this is Arrington Shuttler Butte Fault. Very interesting. So that little earthquake is sitting in between these faults. Let's see where that other one is sitting. Curiosity. This one was 7.1 kilometers deep. Okay, so we know where that one is. Now what it's going to do is it's going to change the area. This one moved over a little bit towards this way, so it moved closer to the Columbia Hills Fault Zone. I don't know what these are. It looks like they're round circles out in the field. Weird. Those round circles. Anyway, that's where this earthquake's occurring. Don't think. Yeah, there's no street view there, but that's where that one's at. Okay, let's go back to our looking at the map. That's from the 11th. Okay. That's the 11th. Let's look at the East Coast. There has been two here on the East Coast. It looks like both of them were in Virginia. And I didn't notice these the other day. No, this is Maryland. This one I think is Virginia. These happened on the 11th. One was a 2.7. And one was a 2.0. So, that's interesting. And this one here, I don't think I'm used to seeing quakes here. I'm used to seeing them like over in this area, but not really in that area. And then we had one offshore here. That was on the 11th. And that was in Maine. Interesting. Don't see anything else in the Gulf of Mexico, which is good. Which leads us to go look at, let's look at our hurricanes here. What we got going on here. We got a 20% chance on that one, so not too worried about that one. And this is still a Tropical Storm Carl. Tropical Storm Carl is got 50 mile per hour winds now. Central pressure of 102 millibars. So let's see what it looks like on weather.gov. We can see they're saying about it still the same. Let's see what path we got still. The path still shows that it's going to go through Mexico. So it's considered, what they're saying is to just stay a storm the whole way through, which is good. It doesn't show that it's going this way at all, so that's good. And this one, as long as it stays at 20%, I'll be happy. Let's see what's going on in the Pacific. Yep, we have a 0% chance of forming with this little guy here. You see the down there in the box, it says formation over the next 5 days, low near 0%. Formation chance through the next 48 hours, low near 0%. 1% chance of cyclone formation in the next 48 hours. So that's a good thing that it's not planning on forming into anything. Alright, you guys, there is my lunchtime update for you guys. I hope y'all are doing well. Please take good care of yourselves and each other. Much love.